We've never had greater heroes in this church, in my judgment, than those who laid the foundations of the work among Polynesia. Wonderful men who went out at great sacrifice. Some of them died. They gave their very lives to this work. They stayed for long periods of time, as long as 9 years. They were absolutely indefatigable in teaching the gospel of Jesus Christ wherever they went.
"84 years ago, Elder David O. McKay stopped in Laie during a tour of church missions. He attended the flag-raising ceremony and devotional exercises of the Laie school, where 127 children of many races were enrolled. Elder McKay was deeply touched as he watched these children singing, praying, and pledging allegiance to the flag of the United States. As he watched the proceedings, he envisioned a church school of higher learning for Laie, which would eventually complement the recently dedicated Hawaii Temple. That vision, which endured for many years, including the years of World War II, culminated in what became the Church College of Hawaii.
I looked at that student body coming from such a diverse background, and I think we enjoy the reputation of having the highest percentage of international students of any college of its size in the world.
And I think that's why President McKay said what he said, and why Elder Marion G. Romney said what he said, that this is the living laboratory. This is the model. This is the place that can teach the world how to come together in harmony. Of course, the number one principle is the gospel of Jesus Christ.
We had a chance to visit many of the countries, obviously not all of them, with 70+ countries. We have a lot still to go. But it's exciting to see them in their home culture and then to see how that plays out on our campus and to see the interaction. I mean, clearly one of the distinctive things about our campus is its intercultural aspects and the possibilities for students to gain much greater appreciation of other cultures and understand those cultures. One of the great blessings that we've had is watching students that we've met, whether in Tahiti or Fiji or wherever it might be, prospective students who then come to the school and are now doing well at the school. So seeing the progress in their lives, I think that's the most exciting thing. All of the prophets who've spoken on this campus invariably repeat the theme that there's a grand role for the university to play, and it's not yet fulfilled the role. So one of the real challenges is how do you envision what's ahead for the university and for the students here, and then make sure that we're prepared to deliver that, so that in fact we're meeting the vision that prophets have had for this university.
One of the things that was most attractive to me was the sister institution, Polynesian Culture Center. I've come to believe that is perhaps the most eloquent definition of symbiosis that I know. And as you know, symbiotic is benefiting institutions in a mutual way. Just imagine having an institution next to you that can employ hundreds of students and do it in a way that enhances their program. You can't have paid volunteers perform the way the students do. So they've got to have some viable employment.
It is a place where the Lord has ordained a special mission, and BYU and Polynesian Culture Center and the Temple are integral to that mission. It has given us confidence. It has given us the ability to look into the future and say, we can do even better. The Lord has been with us. He will continue to be with us.
Laie has always been a gathering place because of the temple. But I think even more so, the university is a gathering place for the young men and young women who are going to build the kingdom in the Pacific.
Everything that I have seen and experienced during the years that I've been here leads me to believe that all of the marvelous things that have occurred here over the years have been a preparation for more things that are yet to come.
I believe that the Lord will bless us as fast as we're ready for the blessings. So I think the real challenge to us is to set our sights much higher than we might otherwise set them.
The Lord really does expect us to become a righteous people and to build Zion here, build Zion in our hearts, build Zion in our families, build Zion in our communities, and build Zion across the world.
I think President McKay said it very well. From this school will go men and women whose influence will be felt for good toward the establishment of peace internationally. I believe that without doubt, that school has fulfilled and is fulfilling its destiny, that it is probably at the threshold of some new and greater things.
And my prayer and my hope is that that blessing, that dedication from the very beginning will continue to be in force, reaffirmed by the lives that we live in this little community.
I can see nothing but good things happening at byu-Hawaii campus.
The leaders of the church and our board, including the First Presidency, see the future much more clearly than most of us do. They see what these young people are going to be up against. And so I think our real charge as a university is not to prepare them for the world we grew up in, but for the world they're going to be in, and that they're going to have to help lead and preserve and prepare for the second coming. It's about the total experience and how well these young men and young women are prepared, because they are the pivotal generation. I mean, they're the Lord's reserved, and they can do it, but we need to help them do it and be more effective in delivering our part of that.
In February of 1955, the man who by then had become president of the church, even David O. McKay, presided at the groundbreaking services. In September of that year, the Church College of Hawaii officially commenced classes with a student body of 153. Today on this beautiful campus, there are some 2,400 students from Asia, the Pacific Islands, the mainland, and other parts of the world. You represent over 70 countries and are fulfilling the dream which President David O. McKay had for you and the thousands of others who passed and who will yet pass through these hallowed halls. As he broke ground 50 years ago, President McKay declared that there were two purposes for the school. First, for things pertaining to God and His kingdom, and second, to help develop character and make noble men and women. For 50 years now, this institution has been fulfilling these noble purposes. It will continue to do so.
Eka imai ana ika